Hello, everyone. I am trying something different. I am using StreamYard. So tell me if you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know if you can. Hello, Carmen Evans. How are you? Um, yes, I am trying something different on tonight. Well, this evening. I want to talk about post Christmas, and I want to talk about is gentle parenting working? Melissa Marvin, I need for you to sound off in the comments because we need to talk about this. Is gentle parenting working? Is it? Ugh. Anyway, first I want to talk about Christmas. How was your Christmas? Was it um, amazing? Was it boring? Was it quiet? Did you get a lot of rest? Tell me, how was your Christmas? Let's talk about that first, because I want to come on here because I know that people battle depression heavily during the holidays. It's something about the holidays. Hello, Latanya. It's something about the holidays that gets us either very happy or very sad. And I want to just encourage you to, if you are feeling below, it was quiet once my grandsons left. I went from the couch to the bed. if you are if you are feeling very low, um, I want to have you to please go talk to someone, find a therapist, someone that you can talk to that can help you get out of that funk. How many of you know that sometimes when you even talk to people, you still have work to do, because the funk just won't go away? I was like that Thanksgiving, and Christmas wasn't as bad, because I was around a lot of festive activities, and Miss Ethelene and Mr. Tadaro, shout out to them. They really treat me like one of their own. And I think they do that because they know that both of my parents are deceased. And it's just a lot. So I just want, Christmas didn't feel like Christmas. I was home alone, then went to watch movies at my sister's. What's up, KJ? Again, we have with us the praise and worship leader that will get you to Jesus and cuss you out at the same time. This is KJ New Vibe, people. Keith is his name. The last 3 weeks were rough. Hi, Angel. The last 3 weeks of, I don't know what it has been. I feel like um this is the most I have not been in the Christmas spirit. Even after putting up a tree, even after going shopping, I just didn't want, and usually I'll have games to play, I'll do all these other things, but this year I just didn't feel like doing it. And I was so glad that everybody else was in the same mood. So after we opened gifts and ate, I went to sleep. To be honest, I wish I had a regular family that we vibe together, but we don't. Holidays make me sad. I force myself for my grandson. Yes. Um, I feel the same way, and I'm gonna touch on that a little bit. I thought I was gonna see my brother for Christmas, but for some reason he had to cancel, and that really that really hurt me because I wanted to see him, but I wasn't in a position to go where he was because I would y'all know that Rick got hurt his back and all that kind of stuff. So I was driving, and he had already promised that he would. Well, he didn't promise. He said that he was going to try to stop by Miss Ethelene house so that he could see me. but he canceled. So I was like, anyway. The holiday this year has been really hard. This is the first Christmas without my. Ooh, I'm sorry, Angel. I am so sorry. Those of you that hasn't lost a loved one, and during the holidays, it's very hard. It's very hard, and I have come to realize that those feelings don't go away. My father he's been deceased for, he died in 2005. So he's been dead a long time. My mom just passed in 2018 and my grandma in 2019. So it it is rough. And so my grandma lives right across from Miss Ida where I was at. So I could see my grandma's house like right across the street. And it's just not the same. It's just not the same. My grandma used to cook for all of us, and we would go to her house and we would eat, even if the food wasn't all that great. We ate it. And we had a good time as a family. But I just wanted to let everyone know, those of you that were battling, we all struggled this year, I think. I honestly think COVID is catching up to us. Those years that we had to be inside and just like shut away from everybody, I feel like it's catching up with us. I feel like that we are getting the after effects of having to isolate ourselves for so long. And then when we finally get to get out, a lot of our loved ones are dying. And we're like, okay, I'm just now being able to get outside. And now my family, it's just a lot. It's a lot. It's a lot. So I just wanted to just let you know, if you are in a funk, please find somebody to talk to or find something to laugh. I talked to somebody the other day that said that their laughing helped them kind of feel better. I'm a very laughing person, so but I haven't been laughing. So I really need to find something that I can laugh at. I would just break out in crying spells out of the blue. Oh, Summer Stokes, I'm sorry. We're all going through some type of grief. And I think more so now than ever before. That is why I think my book is coming out at the right time. I have a book called Good Grief that is coming out. And I just want each and every one of you that are battling some type of grief to get this book. It's not your typical book. It's my degree is in marriage and family therapy. It's not your typical book, but it is um accounts of different types of grief that I went through throughout my life. So it talks about my father, how I dealt with his death. It talks about my mother, how I felt with how I dealt with her death. I talk about abortion. I talk about divorce. All of those things that I went through, and it's coming from the first person. So you'll be going through my thought processes. I'll be saying, it just be going through how I felt during those times and how I got through to the good grief. Okay. So that's that. It will be coming out, I hope, by the end of this week because I'm almost done. But I want to talk about also, is gentle parenting working? And I'm saying that it hit my fist. Is gentle parenting working? Let me hear it in the comments. Is gentle parenting working? Is it? I posted something. Oh, I need to get it. Life happens. Everybody. Melissa, she said, nope. Listen, I hear all the time that, we shouldn't beat our kids. Um, Listen, I just posted that, Ray Capers. I said gentle parenting works on gentle children. If they are disrespectful, if they are not going, I don't understand it. Gentle parenting, Bernard, is when you do not spank. You do timeout. You take things. Um, ugh, all of those things. It's not what I was brought up on. Okay, I never went to timeout and none of those things. So my thing is this: I tried gentle parenting. Okay, um, it don't work for, and I don't have any rowdy children. My children are they're not rowdy, but one of my children needs that hard discipline. And it started today. So let me tell you what happened. So I told them they could not eat in their room. So I'm getting Zaria up for school. She has to come down. She got some stuff that she got to catch up on and stuff like that. She's been doing wonderful with that. Matter of fact, she's sitting right over here. So she can vouch for me if I'm telling a story or not, right? Yes. They can't hear you. Yes. Yes. Okay. So it's story time. It's story time. So I was getting Zari ready for school. And so they have a ring in their room where I could see their activity, the videos and stuff like that. So I look in Zoe's room, and on Zoe's camera is a plate of lamb chops. Let that sink in. A plate of lamb chops. So that means it was sitting on her dresser because her ring is on her dresser. A plate of lamb chops. So I right there, I was already on 10. So I said, I need a belt. I said, because me saying don't eat, I've been telling her don't eat in her room since the beginning of the year. Since the beginning of the year, I have been telling Zoe and Zara, stop eating in your room. And then I go in their room, I find something. Don't eat in your room again. This is gentle parenting right here. Don't eat in your room again, guys. Don't eat in your room again, Sally. Don't eat in your room again, Bill. But this morning when I rose and I saw them lamb chops sitting on her dresser through that camera, I said, I need a belt. I went and found a belt. I walked in here with the belt, and Zara said, what you got to do with that? You remember that? She said, what you about to do with that? I said, I'm about to go beat your. Hmm? Hmm? I didn't say it like that. No, you were scared. Zara thought I was about to beat her, I think. I said, I'm going to go beat your sister. She said, oh. And so I went upstairs. First of all, I was calling Zoe through the ring. She did not answer. So I went upstairs. I didn't say anything. I just pulled the covers off and started whooping her behind. And she was like, whoa, what's going on? I said, why are you eating in your room? So now I'm standing in your room and I'm seeing everything. Like I'm seeing what needs to be picked up, seeing what needs to be swept, so I'm standing there. Usually I would tell her to do it and walk out, but this time no. I stood there with the belt and I told her to clean her room. So I stood there and watched her clean every little bit of her room. And there were some dumbbells in her room that I've been telling her to leave in the exercising room. So the reason why my live was late, because I said I was going to be here at 5. I had her outside. Y'all know I was in the military. So I had her do some PT outside with those dumbbells to the point where when she was trying to walk upstairs after we was done, her legs collapsed from under her. I didn't beat her, but I made the punishment fit the crime. You want to exercise? We go exercise. This ain't no game. And so when I used to, I'm looking at her, I'm like, I used to be in charge of troops. I used to be in charge of army men. Do you think that I can't break you down? I had men crying when I had to make them do push-ups and sit-ups and all that kind of stuff because they want to be some type of disobedient soldier. No, you're my child. They were my soldier. So definitely I can break you. So gentle parenting is out the window for me. Antonio, I do believe that gentle parenting can, because I see what you're saying. The goal of gentle parenting is to raise confident, independent. Gentle parenting does nothing when it stands on its own, but gentle parenting can be truly empowering if you use it as an added support while you do your shadow. Yes, I believe in empowering my children. I do. But I think my youngest one is in the rebellious stage right now. And I have to break her. My oldest daughter, a switch came on. She's different. She's changed. I don't know if it's because, she has goals in front of her that she's ready to get out of the house. I don't know what it is, but we don't have those problems with Zara anymore. And Zoe is 15. Zara is 18. But I could look in her eyes when I kept making her do those sit-ups. At first she was trying to be tough, which is what all soldiers did when I did these activities. But I already know how many repetitions is going to make you, and I know how many is going to break you. So she had to go around the whole parking lot doing lunges, push-ups, sit-ups, and running. And by the time she was done, she was done. She was done. At one time, she was like, Mom, I can't. I said, yes, you can. You always going in there to get those dumbbells when we tell you not to get them, so you can continue on with these exercises. I bet she won't do it again. And if she do it again, the exercising will be worse. So the gentle parenting has lifted, because I was trying to be gentle. I was trying. But it ain't working. No more gentle parenting over here. None. I'm not.
For one time.
For you too. Zara's saying for Zoe, not for her. I can't do it, y'all. I tried, and the way I was raised, I didn't die. I'm still here, and I am a good person. And as long as I ain't abusing my child, I think that's fine. But if you thinking that you're gonna rear up at me, that was one time she was running, and I was standing on the edge. And do y'all know she didn't even move around? She tried to act like she was gonna just run past me. I said, run again. She was like, I wasn't trying to hit. Run again, because it seemed like you was trying to hit me, even though you probably won't. But because it seemed like that's what you was trying to do, run again. And then I wanted her to sprint all the way to the dumbbells. If she would do like 1, 2, you know how you about to stop running, like the 1, 2, 3 stop, instead of just going all the way through, run again. Yeah. But I already told y'all last time. The last time my stomach was healing. I wasn't all the way healed. My stomach healed now. She can run up. She can run up if she want to. I'm telling y'all, this is another reminder. If y'all don't hear from me again, this is my video letting y'all know that I need bail out of jail because I have went to jail. I am behind bars. I'm not scared. I ain't scared to go to jail. I sure ain't. Zoe is your child. I knew Zoe was my child before she was even born. So I already knew that. And I'm okay with it. I just hope she's okay with that. I know what I need to do. There's a side of me y'all haven't met. I love the Lord, but she's still in there. Don't make her come out. I know y'all will put money on my books. I'm gonna be eating good every day, every day, every day. I ain't worried about that. But I just I don't know. And the kids nowadays, they are so into what their friends think. Now I knew that because I did take psychology. Okay, I have a bachelor of science degree in psychology, so I did take that, and so I do know that this is the stage where the peers' opinion, free Lisa shirts. this is this is the time of her life where her peers' opinions matter more than the parent. They want to be accepted and they want to all be all these things. But baby, you gonna respect me. What the kind say? You gonna respect me? RESPECT. You gonna respect me? I'm just telling you. Let me tell you, them friends that you think is your friends gonna get you in trouble, because I guarantee you they don't do what you do to their parents. I promise you. And if they do, well, I don't know. Maybe they do, but it ain't gonna work over here. Not over here. I just had a conversation with my daughter. It's so frustrating. But where will these peers be? You're right. That's what I'm saying. I have gotten Zoe to the point where she does her work, but the things that she asked me to do, we already talked about this, but those that haven't been on when I talked about this, Zoe has asked me to go to the movies. I let her go to the movies, but after the movies, they wanted to walk around Atlantic Station by themselves. So you already know that was a no. I let her go to the movies, and I let her go inside the movies, which is something that I let Zara do that before. I have. I take that back. When we was in Florida, you did that.
Yeah,
But the movies was right by the house. I let her go to the movies, but she wanted to walk in Atlanta Station. Do y'all know what Atlanta Station is? If you're from Georgia, or if you're from Atlanta, Atlantic Station is no place for teenagers to be walking by themselves. And I couldn't even understand why her parent would let her do that. But I guess I'm not doing it. And then after I told Zoe no, how about 3 children got killed in Atlanta Station? Nowadays, these parents want to be their kids' friends. No, no way. I don't care if you like me. You're gonna listen and mind me and have discipline and respect. Wait, I think I could put these on my thing. Yeah, y'all, I'm just learning this and I'm so excited. Oh my god. Okay, so Regina says, now this is one of my old soldiers too, y'all. Nowadays, these parents want to be their kids' friends. No, no way. I don't care if you like me. And she got 1,000 children too, y'all. If you gonna listen and mind me and have discipline and respect and some manners, I am raising you so your spouse don't have to. That's good. Yes, I love Atlanta. So it's gotten worse. Yes. So my kids, they wanted no Zoe. Zoe wanted to go, and I told her no. So now we're walking back to the car. She's all mad. Mom, you said I can hang out with them. First of all, she said she wanted to stay out till 4 o'clock. Now I was in psyops in the military for years. So I am a thinker. Okay. I think. There's nothing that's going to get past me if I start thinking. So she said she wanted to watch Wakanda Forever, which in my mind, I already know that's 3 hours long. Okay. So I'm saying, okay, you want to watch Wakanda Forever, that's 3 hours. Y'all gonna be there at 12. 1, 2, 3. So by the time and the movie started at 1. No, I didn't say 4 a.m. Y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't say that. I didn't say 4 a.m. I don't know where y'all got it. I didn't say 4 a.m. 4 p.m. My bad. So she want to be out to 4 p.m. 12 to 4. So the movie really didn't start until 1. So I already knew after this movie was over, time was going to be expired. It was going to be 4 o'clock. And so I already had that working in my favor anyway. So I was like, we already said 4. And so I'm sitting at this table where I could see where they walked into the movie theater. But Zoe, if any of you have ever seen Zoe out with me, you know how clingy Zoe is, right? She is always around. She don't want me to go anywhere. She won't hold on to me and stuff like this. Oh, but not this day. She calls herself going out the movie theater and not even checking with me and saying, "Hey, mom, the movie is over." She just commits to started trying to walking out, and I call her. I said, "Where are you going?" "Oh, we're about to walk." No, 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 you're not. And first of all, why did you come over where I was to let me know that you were out of the movie? That's irresponsible. I'm trying to teach you responsibility, but you're trying to run behind your friends. Your mama is sitting right here. What are you doing? So I said, no, we're leaving. But mom, they're going to be walking in Atlanta. No. What time is it? What time is it? She looked at her clock. It's 4 o'clock. What time did I say we was leaving? 4 o'clock. But they're going to go out to eat. Nope, we gone. So we leave. So she's upset because she thought she was going to be out all day with these friends. Let's see, let's pull this up. Asia says some of these other parents don't care and it makes them think we are extremely mean. And I think that's what happens because I'm not, and second of all, I'm not going to be walking behind no kids. What I look like walking behind y'all? And no, y'all need to be in the house. Y'all don't need to be walking out here like that. I ain't got time. So I say all that to say gentle parenting is not working for me anymore, guys. Gentle parenting is not working for me anymore. And I'm glad that, Zoe's phone is broke, so she cannot call 911. She's torn up her phone. Oh my God. She's broken so much stuff. Leslie Blake said kids sound stressful. Oh, they can be, but they do bring joy. They do. But they are a mess. Tier 6, you have to most likely have a relationship with that person to do that. However, some people in my generation, we have triggers that we will react with the parent standing right there. Ooh. What y'all talking about? It sounds like some tea. Tish Hicks, I didn't beat him. I jacked him by his shirt. However, his mom, hey Felicia, is okay with it. I have several single parent friends that consider me as their village. I have my friends back, period. We got all the parents up here saying we are all up here picketing. No more gentle parenting. Our kids are going crazy. They are going crazy. I think they're just taking it to the extreme. I think they're taking it to the extreme. Like, mom's not going to hit me, or mom's not going to. I took that bed up that stairs today. It may not have hurt, but it felt good to me.
What does that mean?
What you mean what that mean?
You can't say that out loud.
Why can't I say that out loud?
Because it felt good to you.
It was stress leaving my body. I wasn't angry. It was a stress leaving my body. It was a belt. It wasn't even in my hand. Oh, Zoe got the belt this morning, Felicia. My hands are worse. My hands are worse than the belt. My hands are hard. And then we start cleaning up the room, and opens a drawer, and there's chips and a whole bag of chocolates that Felicia then brought over for Halloween. A whole bag, 300 pieces of chocolate.
Gone?
No, they're not gone. In her drawer.
It was just there.
What you mean? I got another child over here trying to be. Just be quiet. Just be quiet. But yeah, yes, you're Zoe. Yes. Oh, I missed some. Gentle parenting has never worked. They may not like it now, but I promise they'll respect it when they're older. And I believe that because my mom was not both of my parents were not gentle parents. But my mom, she was more hands-on with me than my daddy was. And I think it's because I was a girl. And so she hit me it was Reese's cups, Kit Kats, Twix, all that stuff. Her phone is broken, Natasha, and her computer, she has to have it for school. But I could take her HDMI cord at night where she can't get on it. Some people try to make themselves the village when they weren't invited. Now that's a piece. I don't think we're in the era where I grew up, where everybody in the neighborhood could beat your child because everybody knew each other. I don't even know my neighbors. So that's the era that we live in now. We don't live in the era where anybody can put their hands on your child because you don't know these people. I would rather you just tell me what my child did and let me handle them accordingly. And I would do the same thing for your child. It ain't mean I ain't gonna fuss your child out or I ain't gonna check your child, but the discipline part will come from you. I'm not gonna put my hands on nobody else's child, but I will say something to that child. Best believe that. But yeah, Zoe is at it again. But I have faith in knowing that it's going to be okay. I plan on, when things get better, I do plan on doing another live saying that, things are better. But right now she's going through a phase that I need to get up here and talk about it so that I won't be talking about how I'm cell block number 7. Yeah, so there we have it. And again, recap. I know these holidays were rough. This is the recap. Um, I know the holidays was rough for you because they were rough for me. And I just came up here to stay. Yeah, she's still in counseling, but I'm looking for her. Is she still in counseling? Yes, but I am looking for her a. Thank you, Melissa. I'm looking for her a psychiatrist. Because I believe she needs cognitive behavior. She needs a cognitive behavioral assessment. And my only drawback with having her see a psychiatrist is medicine. And you know that they try to put your children on medicine because it is a money making. Um, but I believe there are some chemical imbalances there where she doesn't know which emotion she's supposed to be using. And I need for her to learn the tools where she can I she isn't showing signs of depression, but I know that she is depressed because I'm a therapist. So I know that she is depressed. One way I know, she may be embarrassing, but I'm going to say this because you may have your child may be going through this as well. I went in her room, like I told y'all this morning, and we were, cleaning up and stuff like that. And I look around because her room has a smell. And I'm like, Zoe, we clean this room all the time. What is this smell in this room? So we're cleaning and we're cleaning and we're cleaning. And so me, I was like, I see all these soap bottles, like soap bottles in her. She had like 9 soap bottles that were full. Okay. I said, Zoe, are you using this soap? Because this look like you haven't used soap in 9 months because these are 9 bottles of soap that hasn't been used. And I was like, do you take baths? And she was, and signs of depression is not taking baths. People that don't bathe, um, they are depressed. And so I'm looking and I'm like, okay, Zoe, I said, I'm gonna ask you this question. Are you bathing? She said, yeah, I'm bathing. I said, how? All of this soap, the soap is not being used, sweetheart. So are you bathing? Then she finally told me that she doesn't bathe every day. And I said, okay, that is why your room smells like it does. I said, your room smells like a body. You need to wash every day. And I said, I'm gonna have to monitor you. No, you know how kids are. That's so weird. Why you? I'm going to monitor you. I'm not gonna watch you take a shower, but I'm gonna smell that soap coming out that bathroom because we have to work through this. So parents, check your children's soap bottles. Check them. I didn't even think about it until today. And so we're getting things under control. She's right here. Zoe, come here. Are you okay? But you just have to make sure your kids are good, man. I mean, I just don't. Oh, my people on my live say they love you, Zoe.
Love me too.
You want to say something? Come here. You want to talk about your day? You know? Okay. She said no, she's fine. She said she love y'all too. But those are things that oh, definitely. She's going to be amazing. She's going to be amazing when she um gets to where she needs to be. And I tell my kids, and I used to tell the kids at when I used to teach, because they would always be like, adults get, what about her sexuality sometimes that play a part, confused, don't know how to express. We're not a household that makes our children suppress their sexuality. So whatever it is whatever it is. So she doesn't have any she don't have any issues in that regard. I think it's something else. And I feel like I feel like that when we get the psychiatrist, we're going to get to the bottom of it. I think she needs to. I think she needs to like really revisit some things that probably happened in her childhood. Um, that she needs to work through. So, and then you have those things. So, of course, as a parent, and me finding that, you're like, okay, you have to get through this hard part so that you can come back to, okay, these are the steps that we need to go through. What's her extracurricular activity? She wanted to play basketball, but now I think she's getting into what is it called, recording music, doing recording music like her dad. So she's been writing music and doing all those things that he's going to let her record in the studio. So we always actively try to find out what they want to do. Um, but we just have to make sure that we don't let these things slip through the cracks. And I know it's hard sometimes trying to be hard on your kids because you don't. I told my children this was I was getting at. We don't get a kick out of being hard on our children. I've told my kids this. I don't get a kick out of punishing you. I don't get a kick out of you I don't get a kick out of that. I'm trying to make you a responsible adult, a good American citizen. That's what I'm trying to do. So when you're not in my presence, I know that you're going to do the right thing. What's Zoe's age again? Zoe is 15. She's 15. Do you think it's anger and depression mixed? Yes, Zoe is very angry. Um, I I think this is what I think. I don't know if it's true. I think that Zoe has abandonment issues. Um, I'm not for certain. Do you think that's true? You're done?
Yes.
Can you come speak? What is it, Zaria?
Hello.
Zaria's finished with her work. All right, good job. Clean up over there, please. And so I feel like she does have anger issues. At any moment, she wants to fight at Zaria. Because of something she thought Zaria said, and it's just it's a lot. It's a lot. And I just feel like Zoe's going through something. And but I do know that she's gonna be all right. She's gonna be all right if I make sure that I stay on her and not be like, oh, I shouldn't get on her this time. I remember when I was growing up, my mama got on me every time I did something. So it made me think. It made me think about Should I do this? Because every time I do something, my mama get on me. I just, is it worth it? Is this worth me getting a whooping? Um, and I think with the with the times of life, like all of the hustles and bustles of things that we gone through, and being that my career, I was in the military, and I was really, just doing the best I can, trying to be where I needed to be in my children's life. Being on them all the time kind of didn't feel right, but I'm home now. Being home and ain't going nowhere. She's gonna be all right, but it is very hard going through. Yeah, and so now I'm in the process as the parent. I'm in the process of trying to figure out her triggers. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to figure out, because I'm a therapist, right? So I know about triggers. I know about all of these things. So I can't just throw that stuff out the window because it's my daughter. Then again, I know when kids are trying to get over. My daughter said she had a lot of stuff, but she needed me. Oh, that is so sweet. She is going to be all right, but it is very hard going through. It is. It's very hard going through the process. But guys, I want to recap. Oh my God, I'm up here too long. But we will come back and talk about more things. But I just wanted to come here to tell you guys that, yes, Carmen, I got to read this. One thing you have to remember: you are a great mom, and don't allow her to manipulate the process she's going through. Exactly. Because I know some of these things that she's going through. Um, she wants attention, but I keep telling her that you don't have to do negative things to get my attention. You want to get the wrong attention from me if you do negative things. So, because I'm just not that type parent. I'm not that type parent. You throw something and you break my window. I'm not that type parent to say, "Oh, Johnny, what's the matter? You going out that window too." What is you thinking about? So I'm not that type parent. So we both need to sit down, and we both need to understand each other's triggers. She's old enough to understand, okay, I can't do this to my mom because that's going to make her upset. And I need to understand, okay, maybe I shouldn't say this. Maybe I shouldn't say this, but I'm going to say that. You're not going to get a positive response out of me doing negative things. I've seen a lot of parents do that. It's going to be the opposite with me. So you might as well don't even try it, because you're going to wish you never did it. Like Zoe, she couldn't even walk up the steps after she did after her workout today, because I don't play them games. I don't. And then these kids try to act like you ain't breaking them down. They try to look at you and snarl and give you this. Listen, don't play with me like that. Don't play with me like that. And so that's where we are. And I just think we both need to sit down, and we're going to talk about. And when she talks, just listen. They want us to listen and not fuss. At least my daughter said this. She was acting out, said I never had time and I never listened to her. And sometimes we truly don't. But being a listening ear, trying to understand, can help or get them. Y'all, hold on. I do a whole teaching on listening. Okay. My kids don't know how blessed they are to have me as their mother. I am a wonderful listener. But my children try to use manipulation to get their way. And because I am a listener, that's how I'm able to cut through their mess. And so when I finally cut through that mess, then it's like it's just a lot. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I think that she does need a psychiatrist, um, someone that can look through her behaviors because they put on a good show. You know, they can articulate, they can act one way, and I can look right at them and say you're lying, and then they're, "Oh, no, I'm not. I just, why you never believe me?" And when they say why you never believe me and start crying, that's the face you get from me. You want to know why? Because I used to do that. I used to do that to my parents. When I was crying and irate, that's when I was lying the most. When I was crying and irate and hysterical, that's when I was lying. And my mama knew it. And she would be like, "Girl, go on somewhere." And so now I guess it's my turn. But anyway, recap again. This has been great, guys. Recap again. All right, recap again. I came here because I know the holidays have been rough for all of us. And I have a book coming out called Good Grief. Okay? The name of the book is Good Grief, and it will be out by the end of the week. It will be out by the end of the week. All right. So if you are dealing with any type of grief, any type of anything that you went through that you think that it was so hard to get through, you need to read this book. Um, how am I feeling? I'm feeling great. Um, it is a wonderful book. It's in first person, narrated in first person. So you get to go through all my mental processes of how. Thank you, Jace, of how I made it over. Thank you, Jace. He's a author too, and he has a publishing company. If anybody need your book published, author Jace Simpson is the man. All right. Um, and I just wanted to let everybody know that gentle parenting is trash. Okay. All right. Y'all have a good night, and I will be back on here sometime next week.